Hello there, and welcome back to Triangle Strategy. Serenoa searches for evidence to indict Sorseley, but will he find it in time?
Sorseley may well come to end us once he hears of our allegations. There is no turning back now. We must move swiftly.
So how shall we proceed?
We must provide hard evidence, as Minister Camsell requested.
And I wish to be named Archduke of Esfrost. Does he understand what he asks of us? We have no leads.
Salt is a well-regulated commodity, and numbers do not lie. If this illicit trade exists, someone will have altered the ledgers.
Of course. We'll gather what information we can on Sorseley until the evidence we seek reveals itself. Let us canvass the town and see what we find.
Agreed. We should split up and search for clues.
I didn't expect that to be so easy. I thought I was going to bribe the guard or haggle him into letting me in somehow. Okay, this works even better, I suppose. Interesting. Interesting. Neither the kingdom of Glenbrook, which I serve, beats best you both. Would you at least give me your secretary's name? That would be quite helpful, you know? Can I actually leave? Or go somewhere else? Oh, okay. Ah, so this is where the consortium comes in. The thing that Julio found out. The thing with Patriarch. So I guess this is who was behind it. That would explain a lot why the trade routes are so well kept and hidden. I think I have all the evidence I need. I think. I hope, at least.
What news? Have you learned anything?
Sorseley is shrewd. He'll not reveal his true colors so easily.
Nothing can remain hidden indefinitely. A thorough review of the testimony shall show us the truth.
Benedict is right. Let us review what we know to be true.
Lord Serenoa, what does the evidence at hand suggest? Let us begin with Sorseley himself. What is his crime?
He bribed nobles right under our noses in Glenbrook.
How could I have been so blind to his dealings in the upper echelons of my own kingdom?
Though we know this to be true, I doubt we'll build a worthy case now that Esfrost rules the Crown City.
If we cannot secure the help of the remaining saints, we've no choice but to present our case directly to the Hierophant. Doing so will require incontrovertible proof of Sorseley's improprieties.
Clarice said Sorseley kept a secret ledger.
Of course. Sales had to be carefully managed so as not to arouse suspicion.
Making detailed records a necessity. I've no doubt this ledger exists. Now then, let us focus on where we might find the evidence we need.
By which you mean Sorseley's encampment.
Precisely. Not the one at the Citadel of the Sands, so far from the source. Right here, in the capital.
I know its location.
Might the bribe Sorseley plied Glenbrook's nobles with be connected to his illicit dealings?
We know the ledger tracking the tainted salt exists.
End's encampment is our primary target, then. But it's too dangerous to get near, let alone inside.
Despite our best efforts, I'm afraid we haven't evidence enough to confront him over his crimes.
And Sorseley will find us out soon enough, if he hasn't already.
Time is of the essence, then. What is our next move?
Though we lack proof, we'd best raise the issue with Camsell once more.
Serenoa and his retinue know House End is involved in the illicit salt trade, yet fail to secure any solid evidence to back up their claims. Their position growing tenuous, House Wolfort makes a reckless bid to persuade Camsell, Minister of Domestic Affairs, to levy charges.
Minister Camsell will join our cause, won't he?
It's hard to be sure, but we must press our case and have faith. That is all that is in our power to do.
You! Are you House End's dogs?
A messenger, my lord, from the palace. I seek Lord Serenoa Wolfort.
You have found him.
Lord Wolfort, you have been accused of coercing Minister Sorseley End unto unlawful acts. Your presence is required at the palace so the Holy One may question you.
House End is the guilty party, not Serenoa.
If you've testimony to give, you are welcome to stand witness at the trial.
My lord, this may be a good opportunity to bring our case directly to the Hierophant and the other powerful entities of Hyzant. I expect the Saintly Seven are not of one mind on this matter. If you can persuade some of the ministers to side with us, Sorseley will have nowhere to run.
Perhaps. Or you could end up the one with his head on the chopping block, Serenoa.
Even so, we cannot make an enemy of Hyzant, else we truly will be alone. I must stand trial, plead my case to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, and hope that they believe me.
You've been summoned to the palace, Minister Kamsel. The Holy One is to hear the accusations against Minister End and question House Wolfort.
Very well. So, Sorseley has made the first move. Serenoa must not have been able to secure evidence against him after all. But order cannot truly be restored simply by sentencing House Wolfort. I must make of this opportunity what I can.
So there is to be a trial. I see.
The Holy One requires the presence of the Saintly Seven immediately.
And here I thought you nearly had him, Wolfort. Did I overestimate you? No matter. There is more than one way to trap a greedy boar. Now then, who will be best put to the task?
The inquiry of House Wolfort, stood accused by Minister Sorseley End, will hereby commence. We of the Saintly Seven will preside over this trial. Serenoa Wolfort, you stand before the Holy One. Do you swear by the goddess to speak the truth?
I swear.
Minister Exham Marshal, you may begin the proceedings.
We know Minister Sorseley quite well, having worked with him for these long years. But we know comparatively little of you, Lord Serenoa. Therefore, we must first determine whether you are worthy of our trust. Surely you have not forgotten his position among the Saintly Seven of the Holy State of Hyzant?
I have written it all down as tradition requires.
Yes, I have read through your report. It is a sign of sincerity that you would proceed according to our customs. Indeed, I can confirm you are a man of honor and integrity. Once all presiding over the trial have had a chance to express their opinions over your report, we shall pass our judgment. I have nothing further to ask.
Next, Minister Kamsel will make his inquiries.
You must understand the difficult position you have put us in, sauntering into our home to denounce one of our own. We are a welcoming people, and so must be wary of those who seek to take advantage of our open hearts. If a stranger came to you with unfounded accusations against one of your people, I doubt you would take him at his word. Have you any proof of the foul deeds you claim have taken place in our land?
I have a witness who has seen the salt being transported. One of the guards at the source.
Oh, one of our citizens. Any entrusted to protect the source must swear an oath of honesty to the goddess before assuming duty. Well then, it seems we ought to consider the matter a little further. I have nothing more to ask.
Minister Tenebrous, if you would.
It isn't strange that lay people would fail to grasp the goddess's infinite wisdom. We seven, however, do understand her will. For most, our teachings are the only way they know how to live according to her plan. It is moot to judge Sorseley, one of the seven, based on evidence brought against him by a layperson, no matter what that evidence may be. Unless you have testimony from one who understands the goddess's will, there is simply nothing we can do.
Lord Clerus of the Consortium is the one who informed me of Sorseley's secret ledger. If you cannot believe me, you must at least believe him.
Lord Clerus is indeed a man of excellent character, but he is still a mere merchant. One whose heart is ruled by coin cannot possibly understand the goddess's will. I've no further questions.
Minister Lila Viscraft, ask your questions.
It is plain to me that Sorseley has indeed engaged in misconduct, namely bribery. Yet while I do not doubt he bribed an official of Glenbrook, what the bribe was for remains unclear. Perhaps you can shine some light on the matter, Lord Serenoa?
I believe he wished to ensure that word of the unlawful salt's destination would not travel.
Meaning that a powerful official in the Kingdom of Glenbrook was also complicit in this illicit trade. It would be possible to sell unlawful salt through all of Norzellia if one could ship it through Glenbrook. A secret worth its weight in gold indeed. I have no more questions.
I, Idor Delmira, will ask one final round of questions. I cannot deny, Lord Serenoa, that Sorseley can be foolish. But he is also dedicated to the goddess, and he has worked much good as one of the seven. Though he is not faultless by any means, I believe the goddess yet favors him. If we are to pass judgment on such a man, we must prove his guilt to the goddess herself. So let me ask you this, Serenoa Wolfort. Where exactly are we to find such evidence against Sorseley End?
There must be some evidence in House End's encampment.
Ah, yes. The goddess would not be able to see into a place so stripped of faith. Perhaps we would be remiss not to search the encampment on her behalf. My questions are done. Now we will confer with one another. The Holy One will pass judgment after hearing our opinions. Saranora Wolfort, the Holy One has passed judgment. House Wolfort is found to have spoken true. Therefore, we find House Wolfort innocent and declare Sorseley End a traitor.
What?
Calm yourself. It seems the goddess has mercy yet to give you.
Praise her, and praise her wisdom. What mercy has she for me?
You will stand in combat against House Wolfort. Whomsoever emerges the victor will be cleansed of their sins.
Combat?
But your sins are indeed heavy, Sorseley. Therefore, we give this to House Wolfort.
But you already found him guilty. Why is this necessary? Unless you're trying to wait. Unless the whole point of this is just a roundabout way of avoiding having to have the Saintly Seven kill one of their own, thus causing, you know, problems with the people, making them think there's disunity. I mean, if they blame it on on Sorseley trying to prove himself innocent and getting killed by my hands, they can wash themselves clean of the whole affair, which is pretty ingenious. Annoyingly so too, by the way. I'm not sure if the battle will be enough time, so maybe I should do these. But then these are... Yeah, I guess I'll cut this episode short after doing these character stories, not episodes, and do the combat against Sorseley after this. So...
Huh! Yeah! Yeah! You've gotten better, my friend. Much better.
Only because I've had you to train with.
And how far behind would I be without Sir Maxwell's tutelage? The Dawnspear himself is my personal mentor. And still you're all but my equal.
It's been a while since we last sparred. It takes time to adapt to a new opponent.
Perhaps so. Anyhow, I always enjoy our skirmishes. No better way to clear my head after another quarrel with Father. Must all three nations be part of this mining venture? I've yet to hear a convincing argument as to why.
You do not hear because you do not listen.
Hyzant offers nothing but a sliver of their vast riches. Something we could easily do without. I understand the advantage of involving Esfrost. Their expertise speeds things along immeasurably. But Hyzant... have you at least demanded they lower the taxes on salt? Such a change would be welcomed by our subjects and enrich their daily lives. We cannot concede everything while gaining naught in return. Surely you see this, Father.
It has been decided, and I will hear no more. You presume upon matters you do not comprehend.
But Father, I'm just...
Now, Roland, if there is nothing else, pray leave me be. I have more important matters to attend to.
Yes, Father. If only I'd found the right words. If only I had kept my emotions in check. Perhaps things would have ended differently.
Blaming yourself for past mistakes will lead you nowhere. You must look forward for the opportunities ahead.
Of course. And I trust you'll be at my side come that time.
Just as House Wolfort stands with the crown, I stand with you.
I am fortunate to have as loyal a friend as you.
As am I. Enough sentimentality. Raise your spear so I can knock it down.
You're welcome to try, my friend.
Hail and well met, my good fellow. Lionel greets you most heartily.
Ah, Claire spoke of you. Lionel, you say?
The very same, and in a position of privilege for which he is most grateful. A privilege that he would be most happy to share with the consortium, that it might prove to our mutual benefit.
Oh, a fellow man with an eye for profit, I see. What privilege have you brought me today?
A worldly fellow such as yourself has doubtless heard rumors of Hyzant's clandestine research projects, yes?
Indeed I have. Developing weapons of devastating power, unlocking the secrets of eternal life.
What if Lionel were to tell you that Hyzant has in fact created an elixir that offers everlasting youth?
I would be intrigued, and then I'd ask you how you could possibly know such a thing.
It's a simple matter of logic. Think. Why would Hyzant hide the existence of so wondrous a panacea?
I suppose they'd want to keep such power to them and theirs.
Just so. The only thing kings and nobles covet more than salt is life itself. My lord is no exception.
What are you saying? That those you serve have procured this miracle drug?
Lionel has found himself welcome within nobility's most inner circles, he is proud to say, and privy to their secret conversations. He also finds himself in possession of a certain medicine, a medicine he would be happy to part with a share of, for the right price.
A price I'd be more than willing to pay for such an incredible elixir. Do tell me, what exactly does it do?
What doesn't it do? Its imbiber is blessed with unyielding vigor, unflagging stamina, and unmitigated vitality. Demand has proven so overwhelming that Lionel cannot hope to deliver the goods all on his own. He would be willing to share his profits with the right partner, however.
If you've won the noble's trust, then I see no reason to hesitate in helping you take some of their coin. Very well. Let me see the goods.
That makes 10, who put their lust for coin before their capacity for reason. This is almost too easy. With a few rumors and a respected name at his disposal, Lionel could sell these gullible fools their own shoes. they're welcome to help themselves to this purgative. And if one or two of them is remarkably long-lived, then all the better for Lionel.
And are you content to make your fortune on the backs of fools?
Yeah, you? How long have you been there?
Since the morning, on Benedict's orders.
Your overseer is too kind. However, you may return and inform him that Lionel needs no protection. His work to bring fortune to House Wolfort requires the utmost concentration, and the presence of others can prove an unnecessary distraction.
That tome is an apprentice's resource, if I'm not mistaken. Are you studying ironworking?
Yes, I borrowed it some time ago from the archives in the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. I haven't had a chance to return it, what with the state of affairs being as it is.
Ian's? I can't remember the last time you privileged us with a visit.
Well, my weapons aren't going to forge themselves. But now that I've a respite from my days of sweat and flame, I thought I'd continue my studies.
You hunger for knowledge the way a fire hungers for kindling.
I'd never have become the blacksmith I am if not for what I gleaned from these tomes. If it takes a lifetime of studying and striving to forge the perfect weapon, then so be it. One day, all will know the name of Ian's, the greatest smithy the realm has ever seen.
That is all well and good, but would you mind proclaiming that a little more quietly?
Yes, apologies. In my excitement, I quite forgot I was in a library.
I must say, I can't help but admire your burning ambition. But while we're speaking in hushed tones, our army has been anything but quiet as of late. You forge weapons for them, yes? Might you have any insight into the matter?
I wish I did, but I have scant time for the goings-on outside my own small forge. Though, now that you mention it, my orders from the army have increased.
Could it be that they're preparing for war? As if a war could break out on the eve of our three nations' grand new venture.
Indeed. That would be unthinkable. Esfrost's sudden attack on Glenbrook confirmed my worst fears. And once the war started, I could forget about returning this book. But I still hope to. One day, when peace is returned to our realm.
I hope you will fight by my side till it does.
Without hesitation, my lord.
Master Archibald, is there something on your mind?
Goddess be good. I must be getting on in years for you to be able to sneak up on me like that.
What troubles you?
I was only reminiscing. Indeed, days like these tend to blow my mind back a couple of decades or more.
Reminiscing about what?
The Salt Iron War. Hard to believe it's been 30 whole years. Some days I almost forget my time as one of the Saintly Seven. I defended the Citadel of Sand through the conflict. I was there when Esfrost attacked. A number of Rosellan prisoners who tried to escape the Source were there too, including Our Lady Frederica's dear mother.
What's this?
She stayed behind all by herself to help the countless numbers of her fellow Roselle flee. That's how she was captured. But I knew we couldn't hold the Citadel. So I helped her and her friends escape in secret before the enemy attacked. The wind blew just as hard that night as it's blowing now. I'll never forget watching the Roselle, caked all over in mud as they slipped away into the dark.
So you didn't want innocents to get caught up in the coming battle?
It never settled right with me. The way the goddess's teachings permitted abuse of the Roselle for the supposed sins of their past. A person's life isn't worth more or less just because of the conditions of their birth. But more than anything, I was moved by the selfless acts of Lady Frederica's mother. She reminded me of what I had once aspired to be. She was able to do what I never could. Risk her life to save her friends. I couldn't let someone like that die. Not on my watch. It wasn't long until the other Saintly Seven discovered what I'd done. They branded me a traitor, stripped me of my title, and sentenced me to death. Of course, I slipped out of their clutches before they could have my head. I wandered for a while before taking up life as a merchant under the King of Glenbrook's patronage.
I never knew you and Lady Frederica's mother shared such a past.
Well, it is in the past. Anyway, let us return. This cold night wind is making my old bones ache something fierce.
Honestly, that is kind of... It's not bad an effect, mind you. It's actually good. The problem is, getting knocked back actually more often than not ends up being to my advantage when I'm the one receiving the knockback, I mean. Due to the fact that it usually gets me further away from the other enemies and actually helps my unit survive. Inversely, when I'm the one using it, it's really incredibly useful. I wonder if I should just bite the bullet and do the battle. I don't think there's enough time though. We might as well check the encampment. That may be a slight problem. I'm out of items to buy. Or should I say I'm out of large HP recovery pellets. Though I don't deny if I use Medina, I could just have her throw healing at my units and she's able to use, well, 2 at the same time if needed be. But then the problem stems from the fact that she has lesser defense than Osona, who's not only a good healer, but can actually take hits. Surprisingly so for being a healer. And also beat the shit out of people really good. I mean... Sabara, not Hosono. Hossabara is essentially the perfect offensive healer. Also, oh, there is something new. Eliminate the enemy forces without letting single soul escape, anticipate their escape route, and cut them off before they can reach. Oh, I get it now. So these are probably practices for future skirmishes. That's the word I'm looking for. That may require special conditions. I suppose that means that Coyetus are going to be even more indispensable down the line. But then that's just par the course. They've already proven to be really good, despite the fact that I barely use them. They're kind of like my last resort at this point. If I have to use them, I've essentially can't beat the skirmish without using everything I have. But anyway, that's my problem to deal with, so for now, thank you very much for watching. I sincerely hope you enjoyed Triangle Strategy. I sincerely hope you'll consider giving me your viewership again in the future sometime. And with... I still don't understand why this trial by combat is needed. The only possible explanation I can think of is they're outright staying their hands of having to execute one of their own by giving that giving, yes, totally giving, not forcing the hand of Serenoa to do the execution for them. But I guess we'll find out if that's really the case or not next episode. So with that as anything else, I bid you all fun. Bye.